hello, can you hear me? Hello, everyone, my name is Webweaver. Listen, I gotta vent for a second, okay? I was not going to record this episode of World of Horror. I was not, okay? This is way too early. I was playing Fear and Hunger Termina, okay? And I lost progress in the stupidest, most idiotic way possible that I didn't even think about. Okay? Alright? I rolled a new save as the brawler guy. Marcos? Something like that, okay? I rolled a save as him. I got so far. I made so much progress. I was living on the razor's edge. I got into the city. And I was running around in the streets. I was bobbing, I was weaving, I was shooting the bobbies' legs off so they couldn't chase me as effectively. It was glorious. I made it into a church. I got a bunch of cool shit. It was going great. Dodged some crazy, maniacal, laughing bastards. It was beautiful. It was perfect. And and my map updated. My map updated. I made the critical error. So, the game doesn't support Steam screenshots for some reason. Like, I hit F12, it doesn't do anything. F12 works for World of Horror, doesn't work for Fear and Hunger 2 Termina, okay? So I was thinking to myself, alright, I'm probably going to die at some point because I keep pushing the envelope and exploring new areas. I'm gonna use the snipping tool to take a screenshot. I use the snipping tool to take a screenshot, and then I go to close the screenshot, but I misclick, because the snipping tool window, for those of you who don't know, the snipping tool window goes to the size of what you take a screenshot. So I didn't take a full screenshot. So I took like an almost full screenshot. And then I went to go hit the X to close it, and my mouse moved a little too far, and I closed the game, and I lost like 2 hours of work. Oh, it's not gonna be that bad to get back there because I know exactly what I'm doing, but oh my god. I don't even know if I have to deal with the fucking Doom Elephant again, man. I killed that thing twice. Without a gun. I just beat it to death with my bare hands while chugging vodka. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. If I have to go through that sequence again, getting all the fucking rusty pearls, if you know, you know. Oh, God. Oh. So yeah, here we are. Cause I'm tired. I wanted to get back to the train, and I wanted to save, and then I wanted to call it, but after that happened, and I realized what I had done, I couldn't. It is Look Who It Is. It's true. Anyways, it's second mystery, charisma, strength, knowledge. So I came here to play an easy game, basically. Yeah. Funny joke moment. I'm in agony. You have no idea. It was so painful. Like, dying to an enemy, okay, I at least get some intel on what that enemy is. And I saw a bunch of cool shit, too. Oh, Webb will never make it to the Hollow Tower. Copium. And it's hopium trying to get to that fucking thing. I got so far. I made so much progress. I found the hidden toolbox with the bolt cutters and everything. Oh, you wouldn't get it. Anyways, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I really should go to bed, but hey, it's Look Who It Is. It's World of Horror. It's Look Who It Is. So, you know, we already talked about this shit. It's everything but dexterity, right? Yeah. And it's a light source knowledge, never happening. I'm not buying it. I refuse. We're getting vending machine. We're going all in with the alt school, as it were, not the default locations. And, yeah, I've never called it the alt school before. The alternate school? I don't know. Listen, is almost... It is 4 in the morning, alright? Like, we're good. Actually, I just realized, is this telling you what time it is? Because it's 4:06? Or is this corresponding with the fact that the run has been going on for 4 minutes and 6 seconds? Because the recording's been going on for 5 minutes. Either way, whatever. It's look who it is. I could just check the full log. Huh. I wonder if it actually does that. That'd be pretty cool. I've never noticed it before. Yeah, just a t-shirt is fine. But yeah, listen, Termina is just simply built different, alright? It's a great game. It's a great game, but the one downside to not being able to save whenever you want, or have, like, an autosave feature, is that if the player is a dumbass and, like, the one person out of 100 who accidentally closes the game, it feels bad. It boils the blood. Like, Killer... Wait, no. Adrenaline Rush, right? Killer Instinct is the one that makes the mobs not attack you. Why am I just endlessly cycling through my outfit? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Get me out of here. I already want out of this run. It's just like, oh my god. One of the few videos that has popped up, and obviously I don't want any spoilers, but one of the few videos that's popped up in my feed, because I listened to the first song in the soundtrack on YouTube, because the dev put the entire OST up on YouTube for free, which is incredibly based. But I was listening to it, and obviously, you know, the YouTube pipeline meme, you watch one video and it recommends like 80 to you in the span of like 5 seconds. And so immediately my timeline was just infected with it. And one of the few videos that I did see was, listen, I may have been playing that character for 4 hours, but, Murkoz, listen, it's look who it is. I'm gonna go into the character starting decision guide, just so that I can see his name, character backstory decisions. Yeah, it's Marco. But, Marco hits fucking different, alright? Like, his combat is insane. It's just having items to sustain yourself has been the problem so far. But listen, Marco punched a fucking elephant man to death twice. Without a gun, without a bear trap. He's just built different, okay? He's just built different. But, you can also punch people's limbs off. Like, what kind of god hand shit is that? Anyways, I need to actually do this run. I actually need to do the run if we're to, you know. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that. Never get the knowledge. Gonna grab the cigarette case, grab that. We're now going into the hardware store. You know, one of my complaints about getting Monkey Wrench on Haru back in the Haru arc is that it would deny the amount of cigarettes that you could actually get, right? Because you'd be spending 2 of the witch tree charges on getting 4 funds or something like that. But with this, we really don't have to worry about it as much, because we can still use the 1 witch tree charge that we would use on getting a normal weapon, quote-unquote normal weapon. I don't care at all. We're just going. I should have the smonks, by the way. Go for it. Go for his weapon. Alright, I have been convinced that we do this instead, because that's pretty cool. We're gonna smonk, by the way. I hate you, Yagatheg. I'm sorry, I'm not normally this mean, but, absolutely. We're on the fucking warpath right now. Indomitable cut. Treat this wound. We could just treat the wound if we wanted to. I don't really care, though. Oh, I was rude to the... I was rude, and now he's gone. I'm sorry. You can, homie can come back. He's gonna show up, guys. Don't worry. I do not need a ritual dagger, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Probably should have done this earlier when Yagathag was screaming, "No, don't be here, no! Don't be here!" But he's being nice. I was unnecessarily rude to him, and he's like trying to accommodate me when I'm not having a good time, which honestly I really appreciate that. You know, honestly, listen, I gotta give the pantheon of gods in World of Horror some credit, all right? They may be trying to end the world and all, but at least they aren't rude. Unlike some gods. I'm still on my Termina bullshit, by the way. I'm gonna be on my Termina bullshit for a while. Honestly, there could be a video about it for sure. Absolutely. Not a live stream, not a let's play. I mean, a let's play would just be fucking miserable because you're watching me run around just endlessly trying to figure out why certain things aren't happening. Because, like, I never managed to get both the eagle key and, like, the other key, right, to unlock the gate. I got into the city via the... Is this a spoiler? This is spoiler talk. the first hour of the game. This is spoiler talk. But, like, I was given the mayor key, and I never found the army key. But what happened on this run as Marco, and I did get into the city through other means, is I got the army key, and yes, with all the implications, and then I went to the mayor's place, and I couldn't find the mayor's key. I turned that place up top the freaking bottom. There was no key there at all. And so I was just like, all right, fuck it, we're going through this area. And it's just wacky. It's just crazy. And there are so many, like, is it fucked up that now that I've seen some more of the game, I actually, like, want to start over from the beginning again to try something different? And it's like, this game is brain poison. It is. Like, I'm thinking to myself, hey, Web, after you record the World of Horror, you should really go back to playing Termina. It's like, no! I need to go to bed! I needed to go to bed like an hour ago, but I you know, limited fucking saves, so I wanted to see it through, you know? I just wanted to take a little trip into the city, you know, living in the city, you know, you have to survive. And then, after I survived, thankfully, I wanted to go take a little nap on the train, you know? Have a little bit of a good time. We have all the Doom. We have all the Doom in the entire game. We have all the Doom in the entire game. Can I get, like, a jar of blood? Like, do you mind? No? Just, like, unlimited Doom works? Okay, cool. Don't go to the mansion? Don't mind if I do. I know exactly where I want to go. Yo, it's the lad? The homie? The boy? It is really crazy, you know, interacting with different kinds of media, of, like, various different, severities is the wrong word, but, like, vibes, I guess? Because it's, like, in Termina, and again, like I said, I'm gonna be on my Termina bullshit for a while. You should be prepared for the Termina anecdotes for, like, the next, I don't know, month? Several months? I don't know. But, like, when I look at something like World of Horror, at this point, I feel it's like a lot kinder of a game. And obviously, you know, maybe Panstash doesn't like that aesthetic. Maybe that's a bad, stinky aesthetic or whatever. But it just kind of works, you know? Like, it's thematically, and maybe kind is the wrong word to use. We could also die here, by the way. But, like, the game works for what it is, right? Does that make sense? And then you play, like, a game like Termina, which Termina also works for what it is, by the way. I don't want to make any misconceptions here. But it's like, Termina is brutal. Like, absolutely, like, you get stomped into the ground brutal. Like, it's a much more, like, hateful, well, not hateful, it's a much more, yeah, go for his weapon, fuck it, we got another semi-auto moment, but, like, is this our second enemy? Because I'm trying to think, like, who the hell did we fight up until this point? Just the ghost, you know? Yeah, just the Burning Man. I think I would have remembered this. Are we out of smonks? We're out of smonks? You piece? This weapon's still good without smonks? Anyways, what I'm trying to say here is that Termina is a brutal game. Like, it's a horrendously brutal game. Like, I have put how many hours into it at this point? Hold on. I have put, oh god, I hate it whenever, like, this is like a problem that does not matter to like 99.99% of people. But when you change your resolution size on your monitor, Steam does not automatically resize itself, and so it looks really weird. You have to, like, grab the corner and, like, manually resize Steam before it will scale. Like, the UI will scale properly. Why is this an issue that I've even had a chance to encounter? Is because I have an ultra-wide, and I have to turn it to, you know, the proper aspect ratio before I begin recording. Also, World of Horror looks fucking terrible in ultra-wide. Anyways, I have 11 hours in Termina, okay? I have 11 hours in Termina. And you want to know something? Do you want to know something? Let me tell you something about that, okay? I have 11 hours. I have no idea what's going on. I have seen, like, maybe one plot-relevant thing, and that was in the save file that I just deleted by accidentally exiting the game before saving. And then, I am completely lost. I have no idea what I'm doing. I am barely grasping how the game works. And you want to know what's fucking crazy? There are so many systems that I don't even understand, and I'm, like, just grasping at straws. Like, I kind of get how the Hexen works, which is like your perk tree and how you level up. And I have found ways to gain soul stones, but it's just nuts. Like, it's just insane. Like, it's just esoteric insanity. It feels like you're reading, like, the Necronomicon or something, and every page you flip is just some more and more fucked bullshit that you have to, like, understand. And the more and more you understand, the more and more things start to unravel, and it just, like, it always keeps you at this sense of, like, you have no idea what the fuck's going on. Because, like, I killed 2, like, really tough enemies, and I felt great, right? I was like, Rip Bozo, Pack Watch, won't be missed. I was feeling fantastic. And then I take one step into the city, and then a generic enemy where there's 3 of them on screen is so powerful that even after using all of my bullets from my rifle and then hitting it with, like, the fucking bear trap gritty or whatever, it's still coming at me. The Bobby, they're fucking insanely dangerous. I'm, like, beating this thing to death. I hit it with 2 rev up the Bugatti, and it's just, like, I hit him with 2 of those, like, so I get 4 attacks, and I'm getting, like, extra attack, extra turn all the time. This motherfucker, how I get around them is I break their legs, and then I run away from combat, so that when I go into that area, they are crawling instead of running at me. It's an insane game. There's nothing in World of Horror that is anything like that. It's just fucking crazy. And yes, I was joking. I was a joke. I wasn't gonna take leadership. It was simply a joke for fun. I am gonna take charisma there because, you know, we do need to get that to 8, but I will take leadership later. But yeah, no, there's nothing in World of Horror that is at all ever as, like, fucking brutal as that game. Like, that game makes it a chore to, like, get into the city. Like, the man in your dreams will mock you for not getting to the tower. He'll say, go to the tower, go to the tower, go to the tower, idiot. And it took me 11 hours to get into the city without immediately dying, and that was having to run through, like, I don't know if this is a correct, you know, comparison here, but this is what it feels like. In order to get to the city, I basically had to take, like, the fucking Deathclaw Valley route in Fallout New Vegas. You know what I'm talking about? You can either go the long, cozy way around, or you can go the short route, which is infested with Deathclaws. And you go on that route early game, all of the Deathclaws will just tear you to pieces, okay? When the neighbor uses suction tongue, bottom text. Alright? Like, I don't know what to say. The game's fucking hard. And I finally felt like I was making progress, so that I just clicked the X, and then I, like, have the adrenaline and energy and spite to do a World of Horror episode at 4 in the morning. Okay, it's look who it is. That's what it is. It's look who it is. And again, can we get, like, Jar of Blood? Like, just once? Like, just once. Jar of Blood? Just a Jar of Blood as a treat? Or human enemies can do +2 damage. That's fine, too, I guess. I don't have any problem with that. I hate to break it to you, but I definitely want to do this. We don't have roads closed yet, so trying to skip this is worth it. I'm gonna do that. Honestly, also, can I have... do you mind? What am I gonna have to do here? I would have to sell the medical kit. And then what? Like, I can sell the monkey wrench. Monkey wrench is 1 fund. I know the monkey wrench doesn't need to be buffed, but it should be 2 funds. It's a nice power tool. Anybody would be happy to have it. I just got lucky. Wait, can you sell the semi-auto? You wouldn't know where to find a buyer. Yeah. So what we could do, actually, is we could go to the tree, get cursed. I don't care about what's happening here. We could prepare, and then we could sell the monkey wrench. And then we can vending machine. We got a brick! You piece! It was clear the entire time! Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna cry when it says money. That's fine. Life Coach? Life Coach Gaming, let's go. 49% Doom Mystery 3, baby! Open the portal, Elephas? No, don't do that. I don't want Elephas to open the portal. I don't want Elephas to open the portal. This would be Pog. Just a minor case of badly bleeding. Okay, cool. This is gonna give us one, right? No way it did that. Okay, thank God. I don't know why the bandage got sandwiched in between 2 items that were already in my inventory, but I thought it just, like, absolutely screwed me, and I got so scared. But having 3 knowledge without any investment would be nice, because getting brain damage at any point would instantly kill us, so... hello everyone, my name is Webweaver. Hey, the introduction worked. I have a flashlight, that's bonus perception, which for any other gun would be a positive, but we have the 1 non-perception gun in the game. We run. Oh, nice, I rolled a nat 10. Very funny moment. This is a, I rolled exactly an 8, are you kidding me? I guess World of Horror heard me talking shit about how this game isn't brutal, and Panstash, like, flipped the brutality lever or something. But, like, I don't know. I cannot accurately articulate why, but, like, this game has an appropriate difficulty and things to worry about vibe level that is appropriate for the gameplay, the art style, and everything about the game, right? Like, everything about World of Horror from, like, an aesthetic and, like, difficulty standpoint works to an extent. You know what I mean? Like, it mechanically functions in the way that is appropriate for what it is. While for something like Termina, it also does the exact same thing. It's just Termina is much, much, much more difficult. It's very weird to put it into words, and I actually don't know if I can. I don't know if I'm eloquent enough to... First of all, I am sleep exhausted. But secondly, even if I was, like, properly awake, I don't know if I could eloquently put it into words. I don't know if I don't even know if I have the words for it. Because it's something where you are experiencing two games that are completely different to each other, and yet, even though they're completely different games, they are in a similar genre of, like, RPG. Well, I would say World of Horror is less of an RPG, but it is like an RPG-esque system where your purpose is to survive against horror monsters. And World of Horror does what it does really well. But another system that is it is a survival horror JRPG, or at least it's inspired by those two things. Termina has a similar, like, if you broke it down to very vague concepts, you are trying to survive against horror monsters. Both of these things are somewhat similar, and there are stats, and the stats affect how you do the thing and all that. But World of Horror manages to have its own sort of creepy vibe and aesthetic while keeping things... I mean, honestly, the problem with World of Horror is how, like, poorly explained the game is by the tutorial. Because if you boil it down, it's actually very simple, alright? Here, you want Webweaver to do a World of Horror tutorial? Here you go. In combat, your stats are only relevant when it comes to an ability or action sharing that attribute. So because we have a strength weapon, the only stat that matters here is strength. For every point of strength, 3 time units, which is this right here, it's the speed, is taken off of this, okay? So that's how stats work in combat. That's literally it. There's nothing else. Strength doesn't increase damage, dex doesn't increase speed, perception doesn't increase accuracy, none of that shit matters. Out of combat, how your stats work is an event. Let's do an event. I'll explain it. Let's do an event right fucking now, alright? Okay? We're gonna get 6% Doom here for fun. This is a luck check. Or this is a... Wait, what is this? Oh, no, this is just guaranteed damage. This doesn't fucking matter. Okay, can I actually have a stat check, please? Can we get a stat check in the room? Do I want... I mean, we can probably make this. That doesn't matter. Well, this is a horrible way to give you the example because we can't see the dice roll and the math here. And also, I don't want to do it because I want to fight the enemies. I probably shouldn't fight the enemies. That's probably bad. Okay, this is another thing where we don't have any dice roll because we're always going to pick the option that doesn't have RNG, because why would we pick an option that has RNG? Because RNG is regularly bad in this game. Okay, whatever. Ah, great. An enemy that we can't fight normally, so there's, no... Nice. Okay, I don't mean to be rude here, but could you give me, like, a dice roll event so that I could continue the tutorial? You're being very, very cringe right now, game. You're not being very helpful. Do I want to put 1 point in knowledge just so you don't instantly fucking die? Tutorial part 2. If any of your stats reach 0, you instantly fucking die. I don't know, like, I guess, just so that we don't instantly die, and I don't have to get folklore studies later. Okay, an event with stats. Nope. But this is fine. Do we have enough to kill? We do. Neat. Okay, this is like the most combat-heavy shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, just for real. Can we get a dice roll, please? Tutorial part 3. Every level up gives you plus 10% accuracy, and the accuracy is based on the chance to hit of your weapon. So 85 is 85% chance. Your level, including level 1, is plus 10, so we have a plus 50% chance to hit. And they stack, what is it, linearly? I'm too tired for this shit. We have a, what is it, a 135% chance to hit? Yeah. Sorry, I'm, like, dying a little bit. So, yeah. We have a 135% chance to hit. The enemy's power level will, in turn, also take it down by that number. So, 135 base. Enemy has 30 power. We have 105% chance to hit. Now, most enemies have at most 30 power, so we have a very ridiculously broken build right now. I mean, we just bodied one of the harder enemies in the game, the White Death, so that should probably tell you something. That we did quite well for ourselves, actually. We did very well for ourselves. Very happy about that. Very happy for us for that one. Now, I'm looking at this, and I'm like, I just kind of want to, like, get on with it, if that's okay. Can I get a dice roll, please? Nope. I swear to God, we have not got... just a dice roll, please? Nope, okay. Goodbye, bozo. I'm not even gonna do the math, I don't care. Pretty much nothing in the game can survive this. Oh, I have to discard 2 items? Well, we can discard this. And then we can discard this. Okay, it didn't matter. We're on timeline A. I don't care. Can I get a dice roll, please? Just as a treat? Nope. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, you heard the game. No dice roll. No dice roll allowed. I'm just gonna do... We're on the last one. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry. Can I... Do dice rolls exist? There's no way we get through this without another dice roll. There's no way! No way, dude! I cannot believe it. Okay, technically we could have done a dice roll there, but what? We got 1 dice roll and we had the blue option for it. Can you fucking believe that? That's so fucking funny, dude. So the one dice roll that we got, since I said I would explain how dice rolls work, or like out of combat stats work, we had the blue option for it. So instead of doing a dice roll, we just got some nice tea. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna take folklore studies anyways, I don't give a shit. It's fine. It's Blood Moon moment. Oh no, enemies have 20 power. Whatever will I do? I have one of the highest accuracy weapons in the game. I'm pretty confident saying that, and I'm level 6. Oh my god, what on earth was this video? Anyways, how do dice rolls work? Tutorial part 5. How do dice rolls work in the game? How do stats work out of combat, is what I should say. There's 2 things, one which will be demonstrated here in the lighthouse, and one that can no longer be demonstrated visually. The normal thing is, you get to an event, and it will have a corresponding attribute. The game will roll a d12. You want the game to roll your stat number or under, which is why having a high stat makes it easier. So you might remember earlier I said we rolled an 8, and then was kind of spooked about that. That's because we had 8 strength, and we were in a safe location, so there was no modifier to the roll. So what that means is it was just the d12 being rolled, and we rolled an 8. which was the same as our strength, so we passed. A 7 or below would have also worked. It's kind of a little counterintuitive because you're usually used to thinking of rolling a 1 as the most dangerous thing in a game, but in World of Horror, rolling a 1 is a pretty much guaranteed success. Actually, it is a guaranteed success because if you roll a 1 and that's higher than your current stat, you're already dead. But, anyways, that's it, by the way. That's what stats do, like 90% of the time out of combat. Sometimes, like the lighthouse, and also like 2 other stat checks in the game, they are thresholds. And for one of them, the elevator, the threshold is random, so it's kind of like a dice roll, but also not. Threshold is very simple. There's no dice roll involved. If you have your stat that meets the threshold or is higher than the threshold, you will succeed 100% of the time. For the lighthouse specifically, the threshold is 8. So that's why we put charisma at 8, because charisma is a fucking horrible stat that we hate. But it's at 8, so this little heart emoji right here will not deal 3 reason damage to us. We will instead get 10 EXP. And then we have our strength at 10, because, I mean, our weapon is strength, so we benefit a lot from it. But also, there's the little Final Destination Super Smash Bros. 2 people ledge guarding over here, a little triangle with a line, probably a more reasonable thing to say. That's the strength one, so you have to have your strength 8 or higher, or you take -3 stamina. And then this one, the little Pan's Labyrinth hand down here, that's the knowledge one, so again, it's 8. All of the ones in the lighthouse are 8. The elevator and the hospital, which is a luck check, threshold, technically, is, that one's weird. I don't even know how to explain that one. It's the only event in the game that's like it, so don't care about it at all. It's completely fine. Garbled Memories moment. I don't even remember what we fucking did. I don't know that one. It doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure we're gonna win. We don't have branded or anything like that. Nah, we're good. I mean, he's just dead. Actually, he might not be dead. Uh-oh, hold on. Hold on. He's dead. Not a blunt weapon, so he's not taking bonus. But we could have thrown the semi-auto as well. He's the last enemy in the game. But yeah, so I literally explained how stats work in every aspect of the game. There's combat. They increase your speed by 3 for each number you have. So, like, 1 in a stat would give you -3, you know? 2 would give you -6. Something like that. And not something like that. That's literally how it works. Oh yeah, there's ghosts, which, you know, if there's anything that I know about World of Horror, it's that the community loves the ghost enemies. Nobody has ever complained about the ghost enemies in the history of the entire game. 37:42. It is what it is. Has it really been that long? Holy crap. So ghost enemies, they will take... You can do 2 sources of damage to them, Severing and Offering. Offering spends 1 fund, and it does your knowledge +1 damage, I think? So we had 2 knowledge, so an Offering would do 3 damage. And then, another thing that it does is, for Severing, it takes your weapon's damage, halves it, rounding down, and then +1. So for our pistol, which does 3 damage, that would be 2, because it halves it, rounding down, so 1, then +1 for the 2, and then you get a bonus damage for every 4 knowledge you have. So 4 knowledge is +1 damage, 8 knowledge is +2 damage, 12 knowledge is +3 damage. It's a little bit weird. So yeah, there you go. That's how stats work. That's literally how stats work. It's very simple, very easy. So thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Have a good one.